So the 12th chapter, surface area and volumes, which is same as what we've been studying in our previous ninth grade, nearly the same. Nothing much is changing. Now the only thing is you need to remember the identities and the formula basically of area, surface area, total surface area, volume, all these things. And yes, so let's start. So this is I got it from the internet, and I would share that on WhatsApp also. So or now also you can keep the screenshot. So it would be helpful for rest of the chapter. It has all the formulas at one place. Is that visible?
No, sir, I can see the PDF.
Sorry.
I can only see the PDF, this one, right? Surface area and volume.
This table is not visible. Okay, it's not yet loaded. Just a moment.
Table now I can see. Wait, yes,
Okay,
I can see now.
it's taking time. Okay, so we'll discuss a bit why these formulas come, where these formulas come from, so that if you forget also you can derive that and not go wrong. Is my
Okay.
voice lagging still?
Now I can hear it.
Okay, so where do we get this cuboid? Uh, so first thing is, what is lateral surface area or curved surface area, and what is total surface area?
The lateral surface area would be the area of a side, a plane side,
Okay,
one side, and the curved surface area would be therefore like the this cone, sphere, and hemisphere because they have one curved surface area, and the total surface area would be the total, the lateral plus this
base also.
curve.
Okay. In shapes that we have a curved surface, that is known as curved surface area, which is basically the lateral surface area. So lateral basically means sideways on the sides. Now in the cone it is
Okay.
curved, so it is also known as curved surface area. It's the same thing. And so the example that you're taking is cone. So cone lateral surface area or curved surface area plus the base circle, that would amount to the total surface area. So when we add all the surface areas, lateral and base, top, whatever it is, that would be counted as the total surface area. Now let's come to the cuboid one. So in cuboid we have suppose, so how many faces of a cuboid? How many sides?
Six.
Six. And how many lateral sides?
Lateral side. Six.
Sideways. on the sides? Only
अच्छा
two.
टू ना.
This is not sideways. This also on sides, right? So this is top, this is bottom, and everything else is the side for that, all four sides, the front,
Okay.
the back one, and the
Okay.
left, right. All these faces are lateral. Basically, the sides, on the sides. You can understand this way, on the sides, lateral. And
Okay.
okay, now area is pretty straightforward. If this is the length, this is the breadth, this is the height. So the base area, this portion would be L into B. The top portion would also be L into B, and then this is B into H. This would also be B into H, and this front face would be L into H, and this behind that, just at the back, that would also be L into H. So we have every L into B, B into H, L into B two times. So LB plus BH plus LH two times. So this is our TSA, total surface area for cuboid. Okay.
Okay.
Now, why did I make it separately? Because in some cases, suppose you have a Flipkart box, so maybe for instance,
Wow. Yeah.
yeah. So for instance, the top of that is removed. Some children teared that apart. So now what's the remaining surface
Yeah.
area of that? So in that case, we have to ignore the top area, top flap, two flaps, top area uh, of that. And in order to remove that, we'll take L into B. L into B has to be removed. So minus L into B.
Okay.
Okay.
Understood. Yes.
And lateral surface area, you can ignore the top and bottom. So L into B of the top and L into B of the bottom, you remove that. So everything else remaining would be the lateral surface area. So this is for the cuboid. Now let's come to the volume of this. So how do we find the volume? Volume is basically very important formula, basic but very important. Area into height, area into height. So now if I have this, A4 sheet, so this would be maybe L, this is B, and you keep sheets on this, paper sheets on this. So for the height H, it is to the height H. So the volume would be, area is L into B times the height. That would be the volume. That's how we get the volume of cuboid.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now let's come to cube. Cube is similar. All sides are same. So a into one side is a square. So you can find whether you need the four sides lateral surface area or the total surface area. That would be 6a square. So that's not difficult. And volume would be a cube. L into b into h. So a cube. A square into a. That's going to be a cube. Now this is in little important and little difficult in some sense. So the cylinder one, right circular cylinder. Let me erase this. So if you want the curved surface area, so curved surface area is like okay. First, let's find the base area. Then we'll come to the that thing. So base is this. So base area is pi r square because it's a circle. And if we stack plates to a height h, so the volume is easy to find, area into height, that is pi r
Yes.
square into h. This is the volume of cylinder. Okay.
Okay.
Now, if you want to find the curved surface area, because it's a curved object, and the total surface area. So let's go to the curved surface area. Any doubts till now, Ira?
No,
No.
this is understandable.
Sorry.
This is very understandable.
Okay. So, how do we find the curved surface area? So, curved surface area is basically uh, on the sides, ignoring the top and the bottom lids, basically the two circles. And in order to find the area, what we can do? So, focus on this. If I open this cylinder, so what would be this length and what would be this length? Because then L into B would give us the curved surface area. So we had this cylinder which I opened up from this. Okay. So this, what would be this total? L. What could that be?
L would be the H.
L would be H. Are you sure? L is not H. We just opened it. Roll, unroll it basically. Just open that. What is H? Okay, first tell me what is H. L or B?
Circumference of circle.
Yes.
It's a
Yes.
circle,
So,
right?
correct. Exactly. So what? But L or B? What is the circumference?
L is the circumference.
Very good. L is 2 pi r and this is H. The height same, B.
Yes.
So now what's the curved surface area? 2 pi r H, L into B.
Ah, okay.
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 Epiphany moment. Okay. Now, if you want to add the top and if you want the total surface area, just add the two
Add both.
circles area to this curved surface area, and then you get the total surface area. Now again, you can have possibility that there's a water tank and you need to paint it, and the base of that tank need not be painted because it is, it's a heavy tank and it's sitting. So maybe you need to just get the top and the curved surface area. So you will remove 1 pi r square, or maybe 2 pi r h plus 1 pi r square. Either way. Right?
Okay. Okay.
Now, right circular cone. You understood this one? Cylinder. It's very helpful for doing different. When we have a question in different parts. So it's not going to be like the ninth grade. You are given a cylinder, find the volume, plug in the values. It's going to be little different. You need to make understand that what sides we want really for the question. For that situation. So there are interesting questions coming up. So we'll deal with that. Now, right circular cone. So there is no specific, way to remember this. So pi r l. It is initially it was 2 pi r h for the cylinder, but here because it is decreasing, right? It is decreasing. The r is decreasing as we go to the top of that cap cone. So pi r, and it is the slant height L. This is the altitude or the actual height from the base to the topmost point, and this is going to be the radius. So now it is not 2 pi r into L because it is decreasing. So pi r into L. I remember that way. It's not, we just need to remember this. Now, volume, of course. So this is curved surface area, and if you need total surface area, add pi r square, the base of this cone. So that would be total surface area. Now, volume is kind of interesting. It is 1/3 of the cylinder's volume. So 1 by 3 pi r square h. Okay.
Okay.
Now, what does that mean? It means if you have a cylinder and you have cone of the same height. So suppose this is, you're drinking some, juice or whatever it is, and it's of the same height h. So what does that mean? How many people can drink from this, cylinder with this much volume? This is the glass that we have, the conical glass. So how many people can drink equal amount from one cylinder?
One,
How many
like
cone glasses
one,
basically?
three people.
Three people, right? Because it is
Yeah,
1/3,
three people.
right?
Yeah.
It doesn't look
Okay.
like, it looks like, it might be double or
It
maybe
doesn't look like,
2.5
but
times, but this is in fact true. Okay.
ah,
Now for the sphere, I don't have any specific, methods. It is the surface area, same little surface, curved surface, or total surface. It is only one surface, and it is pi r 4 pi r square, and the volume is 4 by 3 pi r square. The interesting part is when we have a hemisphere. So when we have a hemisphere, what would be the curved surface area? It would be 2 pi r square, half of the, what it was
area.
earlier. But what would be the
Half of,
total surface
yes.
area? What would be the TSA for the hemisphere?
That plus the base.
The this top area basically, the circle. So pi r square. So it is 3 pi r
Yes.
square. Okay.
Okay.
And volume is not
Okay.
going to, be very different. It is just the half of the volume that we had, and it is 2 by 3 pi r cube. All right. So this was what I wanted to, a teacher might teach. Although it was not needed, I would have just given the formula. Even that would have been sufficient. But anyways, we discussed few things, and now the whole chapter is for you to solve. So good luck. Let's start.
Yes.
Now there are, a lot of combinations we can have. So suppose this hemisphere is there, then a cylinder is there, hemisphere. So all these different type of combinations we can have, and we have to basically figure out the situation, what it is. So here we have this cap,
Okay.
and this toy is there, and then this is another toy. They are making a combined toy. So the volume would be combined, but the surface area we need to be little careful. It would be CSA for this and the CSA for this. It's not TSA plus TSA. So that kind of, situational, observation we need to make, and deal with it accordingly. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll not do the first question. It's not a very good idea to do the first example. NCRT is little off. It's one of the chapters where NCRT sequence is little off. You'll get into trouble if you go with this sequence.
Okay.
Okay. Close your eyes for a moment. Let me erase this.
Yes. I will not look at the figure.
Okay. you can read the question and I'll just copy paste. Yeah.
So in this question, the volume of cube is this, what, a cube.
Huh.
So we will put it as a cube and find the what? Find a side of cube.
So first step is to make the diagram. So let's make the diagram
Make the diagram. Okay.
because it would help you decide. Assuming these are cubes and okay, all right, whatever design it is. Now, now you can decide.
Okay. So first
Yeah.
we'll find the side of one cube.
Okay.
A we can find, and then the one, two, four sides will be that A into two because it's joining,
Okay. The front side.
like the lateral, the front, top, below, and back. Four sides will be into two.
So this would become a whatever
And
a is. It was 4, I think. So 4 plus 4. This would become 8. And what about the others?
eight. Then the top will also be eight, front will also be eight, and back will also be eight.
Okay. All edges
And
would be
the
8. Huh.
or four will be eight.
Hmm.
And then the middle one we don't have to count.
Okay.
And then four and four.
Okay. This is also 4. This is also 4. So yeah. Next.
Then the surface area of cuboid the length we have, the length would be four. No, length would be eight, breadth would be four, and height would be four.
So what do you want? Curved surface area, total surface area, what exactly?
Total surface area, right? Because
Yeah.
it says resulting.
Correct.
So the formula we will have to put 2LH plus BH plus LB.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, the TSA would be 160 centimeters square.
160.
Yes.
Now this is good. You uh, pointed out, and we should get the units. These units help us, resolve a lot of confusion in a lot of places. So make sure you're using this, and specifically when we are framing equations, it really helps. When we have this distance time formula, a lot you should use everywhere. I mean, that really helps. Now, one thing, when we have meter
Okay.
square, centimeter square, millimeter square, or kilometer square, that is area. How much we need to paint. Area means how much we need to paint. And
Uh,
when we have centimeter cube, liters, meter cube, all these things, it is basically the volume, and volume is
volume.
how much is the space, or how much water or fluid can we fill into that. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, let's do some more questions. Try the second one.
Should I have the question? Sir, over here the length is given, but will we need the length of the that capsule?
What?
The length is given, right, of the entire capsule. But to find the TSA, we don't need the length.
Okay, we need to first decide what parts we will be adding, subtracting, or it is one single part. So it is surely not one single part. It is three parts, right? One
Yes.
hemisphere here,
The middle
another hemisphere.
cylinder, then two. So your screen went black.
Sorry.
The share screen. The share
Okay,
screen
screen.
presenting,
Okay,
it went black.
I'm just sharing again. Let me refresh once. It's not working.
Yeah.
Okay, any better?
Mm, I can't see the screen only.
Is it visible?
No.
No.
1 second. I'll refresh the.
Okay. Yes, no.
Oh, I can see now. Yes. Finally.
So one, two, three, and here we need to find the surface area. So surface area means CSA for the first one, CSA of hemisphere, right?
Huh.
For third one also same. For the second one, what do we need?
Yes. The second one, the curved surface area.
Same, CSA of cylinder.
Yes.
Now, what's the formula for CSA of hemisphere? We'll multiply that by 2. So, what's that? 2
See,
pi r
2 pi
square.
r square.
Okay, this is also
Yes.
2 pi r square. Now, what is r here? R is this value. This is going to be r for that. And
2.5.
interestingly, how much? 2 point.
2.5.
So, I think that should be easily, we can find that. And what would be the CSA for cylinder? 2 pi RH. Now, what is R for that? R is the same thing, 2.5. What is H?
Yes.
How to find H?
Okay, that is also r, right? So, huh. 7 - 5.
How much? 14 minus 5.
Yes.
Yes. So this is 2.5. This is 2.5. So total 14 minus
Huh.
5, that is 9. Now
9.
we can find the values. Now the important part is Uh, when we are calculating, we will be getting intermediate steps in which we might have the option to either solve that completely or not to solve, and keep it till the last. So what we have to do is, if it is a single question and which intermediate parts value are not marked, that's not needed, so you can skip that. But if it is first part, find the CSA of hemisphere, find the CSA of the second hemisphere, third part, 1 marks, 1 marks, 2 marks, for that you need to get the final values for each of them. So that's how we do deal with this. And also there might be some things that you need to keep. Why do we keep that for the end? Because there might be situations when we need to divide. So where if you have to divide and multiply these few
Yeah,
things, so you can
you
save
can
a lot of
cancel it.
time, confusion, and errors. So for now you can just plug in the values and get the answers. And better to take 2.5 as 5 by 2. It's easy to solve.
Sir, so I got 550 by 7 centimeters square. So I can leave it like that and solve it later
Which one?
for the CSA of the hemisphere.
Uh-huh. What are you getting?
550 centimeter, 550 upon 7 centimeters square.
You can keep it as it is. That for later you can keep it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the CSA, the total surface area of the capsule would be 220 centimeters square.
Total. Both
Uh,
combined.
Both added.
220 millimeter
Yes.
square. Okay. What
Millimeters.
for?
I wrote
What?
centimeters.
What was that for the cylinder? CSA of cylinder. What did you get?
990 by 7.
So now it is interesting that for this question you add 550 and 990, you tend to get a value divisible by 7. It's not going to be always true.
Yes.
This is for for this solo chance. And
Okay.
but the theme is same. If you don't have the specific parts being marked, 1 marks or 2 marks, whatever it is, you need not solve it. Keep it for later. I mean, don't bother yourself. If you would have, suppose you would have got this into decimal and again got into decimal, so you again it would have been one
And then it have ended up like
two
this.
nineteen
Yeah.
219.99 something. So it's not needed basically. You can save a lot of
Yeah.
confusion. So, and later on when you will be doing this division and all, there it would save a lot of time. So we'll continue from this third question in
Okay.
the next class. Okay.
Okay.
So I would share this formula sheet, and hopefully you will start remembering this, and by the end of the chapter
Yes,
at
I will
least
start remembering.
I would expect you to remember this. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So we'll continue from this in the next class. All right.
Okay.
Okay. Bye.
Bye, sir. Thank you.